Building a real relationship alongside Ezequiel Ponce, who scored in the last match, and Lawrence Anali on the left-hand side brings some real pace and directness to this attacking lineup for the Houston Dynamo. But he'll have the freedom to go and express himself, to try to create some chances along Tucker Lepley with Miguel Berry leading the line as the number 9.
Which took Galaxy out of first place, but ultimately worked out for the Galaxy, who went on to lift the MLS Cup. Very different season for them. They kick things off here, attacking from left to right. You want to go through it for them?
Yeah, Chris Rindolph, he has his pre-game ritual where it's about...
We'll get back to that as Dorsey gets in behind. Ponce, comfortable save in the end for Marcinkowski, but that's one Ponce's going to want back. It's out to Dorsey, sets himself up. Angle cross towards the far post. Marlowe heads it back down, and the effort flashed over from Linger. Well-worked corner kick routine.
Offensively from this, how slow they are to react. Griffin Dorsey has about 20 minutes to pick his head up, get the touches right, to get this service into the box. And it's well done by Barlow at the back post to just head it back into a dangerous area. Now it's about reactions. Linger's sliding attempt, can't get it on target. But it's a training ground type corner kick for Houston, and Galaxy do a poor job of reacting initially. Saving them for nothing, but I'm just saying that if he wasn't fit enough to start this game, is it worth the risk to go ahead and put him in this game? But I do want to see him come in at some point, bring an injection of some 1v1 creativity, some pace to a wide area. It's just a different threat if you're a defender.
Yoshida losing out to Ponce. Ponce in behind. This time he makes no mistake.
But just watch Ponce. So he gets the ball wide. It's the one-touch ball. Just puts it into a dangerous area, and I love the movement of Ponce. He gets into that blind spot of Maya Yoshida, and Yoshida's guilty because he lets that ball bounce, and that's what gives the advantage to Ponce. He takes his first touch really well into space to set himself up for the finish. But that first touch, to get that separation from Maya Yoshida, good clinical finish. Nothing Marcinkowski in goal can do, but it goes all the way back to Linger. For Houston, it's about how do you build on this lead.
They're trying to do that here. Junior Urso, lovely step over. Enale, surely! Oh, what a block! And the second attempt is stopped on the line as well. For goodness, who has got a little bit more advance on this side, plays that ball back into the path of Sanabria. All the way through, and Peck at the far post, it's in. Ramirez looked like he was on the line. The flag stayed down for a long time.
Well, it's good running off the ball initially from Fagundes. Galaxy are patient. They draw Griffin Dorsey out. Now there's space to exploit in a wide area. To me, it's going to be the second part of this play. It's not the initial run here from Christian Ramirez, but does this shot from Peck hit Ramirez? And that's why it's called back. We were on the game when they were away at Vancouver, and they were outplayed for large spells of that game. But
a little flick in behind. Ramirez just getting more and more nervous at the back as well. That was Yoshida who won with that flick on by Ortiz. Good pressure here from the Galaxy. Fagundes, cross in, Yoshida! Right at the goalkeeper. Bombed against his former club. Yoshida. Can he get the ball out wide? He can't. Parente lets that one run for Peck. Nelson gonna have to get it in quickly. Delivers in, the header's on target and in! The Galaxy have stolen a point at the end.
For the Dynamo, this is why I said I don't think they're a playoff team. You got to put a team away when you have the opportunity. If not, you give life. You give an opportunity for a moment where you just take a play off. This is so well done by the Galaxy. Just playing with more intensity, forcing the issue, getting balls into the box, getting numbers in the box. But look at the running. The running off the ball, Sanabria just coming from a blind area, attacking the ball. He's first to it. Great snap header. Nothing Jonathan Bond can do. He can't react to that.
For goal here, perhaps. Urso. Bassi. Back for Urso. And that one cleared. And now, Christian Ramirez in on goal. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Ramirez to win it. And it's right at the goalkeeper.
The answer is no.
Check is over. Game is over. It took a while, but I tell you what, we had mayhem towards the end. Incredible. Christian Ramirez probably should have won it for the Galaxy.
In here, Ben, just to start off, your thoughts on just the overall performance here at home tonight?
Performance was okay. It was, two teams. I don't know if we played our best. I don't know if they played their best, but we got to get out of here with 3 points. And there's a bunch of ways to do that. You can make some plays down the stretch. You can dig out a few balls there, and you can defend the box, or you could score a few more goals and make our life easier. So it doesn't matter how at this point, but we're just didn't find enough of those moments tonight to see this game out. And it's unfortunate. It hurts. It's a bad tie, and we should get out of here with 3. That's on one side. The other side, it's a point, and it's actually ends up being a big point going into Colorado. So we're still in the conversation. We just got to keep pushing.
Thanks for that. We'll start with Chris over here. The mic's coming your way, Chris.
Hi, Mike. So how do you reflect on conceding so late in this game? And it was 8 minutes. Do you think that was right?
No, I think they could have called. The stoppage time's a mystery to everybody. And, again, you can think the game's over, but they have their own clock or whatever. They're going to give an extra minute or two. So, in the end, we got to see it out. We got to play there to have a possession. And there's no reason why we shouldn't see that game out. It's not about the stoppage time.
So how do you turn this frustration to motivation towards the next game?
We'll be okay. We'll lick our wounds. We got 2 days to get away from each other. I mean, it's an emotional tie. They're gutted in there, and the staff as well. But we'll rebound. We'll have a good week of training. We understand the importance of this next match and the opportunity it will present. This is never going to be easy, and 1 point at a time. Hopefully, we can go there and continue some of our away form. And if we do the job there, again, we're still in this conversation.
Go to Herman in the middle here.
Hey, Ben, let me ask you about Eric Bianchenko. We talked after St. Louis and probably played a little bit too long, and he's not even on the bench tonight. Just wanted to know his status, how's he's doing.
He's okay. Picked up a knock in the week of training, and it's been a real frustrating year for us and Eric. And so he's also a human, and he doesn't like that his body continues to kind of not allow him to be at his best and be available. So that's what it is. So we had some. It was good that Pablo was healthy, because Ethan goes down and Pablo comes in and does okay. So it just continues to be a revolving door.
And Urso and Holmes stepped up to fill 2 big holes in the midfield tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on their performance?
Junior gave a typical junior performance. I thought he was put in a good shift, a lot of ground coverage, tackles. Again, we still we needed more possessions in this game, and I thought we were just a little naive, a little bit in a hurry at times, where we could have not defended as much, because they're good with the ball, and we knew that coming in. They I don't care who was on the field, they continue to have long stretches of possession that wear you down. So the only way to really stop that is to have your own possessions. And too many times I thought we were in a hurry, even going into the last play in the game. We just have to connect more, and at times just in a rush. But I thought we pressed well. The second half, the game was under control, and when teams throw that many numbers at you late and they're just dumping balls in the box, it's hard. Things happen, and you can go to a 5, you can flood the box, but sometimes it's about getting a hold of the ball, being brave in the box, being men in the box, making a save, and for the most part we did it. And then we fouled up a play there in the end. It cost us.
Thank you, Ben.
We'll go to David up here and just pass it up.
Hi, Coach. Ezequiel scores once again. How can you guys keep
getting him in dangerous situations like today?
He had a few opportunities. So we'll continue to get him in front of goal. And I don't think chances tonight was the issue. I think we had plenty of looks to see this game out. And again, that's part of it. And we'll all look at the goal and we'll dissect that we gave up one goal to LA Galaxy. But we also have to do the business, and that's a good way to manage a game too, and get the extra goal. So just working on, we'll continue to work on the finishing attacks and getting them looks, but I think tonight he got enough.
Anyone else in the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off that, Ben. In my opinion, my observations, there was a lot of penetrating passes from your midfield, putting pressure on their defense. And to me, that's what's been lacking in the attack for the Dynamo. And today it created two for Ponce, where one led for the goal, and then Ali had another one himself. How can that be more consistent from the team, from attacking wise?
Some of that was the profiles that were out there. Dwayne, Linger, Ponce, and Anali, all vertical players. And all of them have speed, and probably why at times we didn't have the rhythm with the ball and some of the decision making and longer stretches of possessions as well. So it's give and take. And it's nice to have speed and guys that can run, and I know exactly what you're saying. Again, probably would have been the recipe would have to reward ourselves a few of those times, to give ourselves a little bit of cushion there down the stretch. But yeah, there were some good performances.
All right, we'll start with the post-game press conference with Ezequiel Ponce. We'll start off with open remarks. Ponce, metiste gol, traes de nuevo hoy tu noveno gol de la temporada. ¿Cómo fueron los sentimientos y cómo fuiste el partido hoy?
Bueno, la verdad que se termina amargando al final, ¿no? Eran 3 puntos que necesitábamos mucho, y de la forma que los perdemos, la verdad que duele. Duele perder esos 2 puntos que casi los teníamos ahí, y la verdad que muy enojado por el resultado.
All right, we'll open up questions on the room. Start off with Chris on that way.
How tough was it for you to see your team concede after scoring a brilliant goal in the first half?
Mucho, la verdad que es muy duro trabajar todo el partido para llevarte los 3 puntos, creo que estábamos haciendo un buen trabajo. Después en el final empezamos a errarles a los detalles, a no quedarnos con la pelota, y creo que fue la oportunidad que le dimos a ellos, ¿no? Que nos atacaran al final, y no nos supimos defender con la pelota.
What do you learn from this game? Like going forward to the next game, what do you think you guys can do better to win the next game to get maximum 3 points?
Sí, tenemos que ver los detalles, ¿no? Tenemos que rever lo que hicimos mal hoy. Obviamente que hay mucho por aprender. Hay que cerrar los partidos. Antes cerramos muchos goles también, y bueno, eso lo terminamos pagando luego, ¿no? Y nada, como te dije, creo que perdimos el control de la pelota, y esa es la oportunidad que le dimos al rival para revivir.
Just to translate those 2 questions, the first one, he was saying it was just tough, hurt us at the end, but hopefully we move on through our training and improve. And to answer the second question, we'll just review footage of the match, improve in training, work hard, and just keep going. All right, we'll go on to the next question. Move on here at the end.
Buenas noches. ¿Por qué cree que le cuesta tanto al club cerrar los partidos? ¿Crees que falta experiencia? ¿Cree que es algo de físico, un planteo táctico? ¿Por qué le cuesta al equipo agarrar ese punto o los 3 puntos en este caso?
No, la verdad que es, como te dije, es frustrante. Creo que entrenamos demasiado duro en cada detalle del partido, y no tener esta temporada, no poder cerrar, y más aquí en casa, no poder cerrar la victoria es frustrante. Pero bueno, acá es un grupo, el cuerpo técnico, los jugadores somos uno, y tenemos que buscar entre nosotros los errores, ¿no? Y que no se repitan en Colorado.
All right, we'll go off. Next question.
Buenas noches, Ezequiel. Te quería preguntar, ahora desde tu rendimiento, ¿qué sientes o cómo sientes que puedes ayudar al equipo en esta lucha para llegar a la postemporada?
No, bueno, creo que estar listo para ayudar al equipo, ¿no? En el área que me toca. Tratar de brindarme al máximo cada partido, ¿no? Estoy intentando aprovechar cada ocasión que me queda frente al arco. Vengo de gracias a Dios, de 2 partidos de tener oportunidad y poder convertir. Y voy a estar ahí intentando hacer lo mío, que es intentar hacer goles y ayudar al equipo para llegar a los objetivos que tenemos.
All right, we'll go question here in the front.
Ezequiel, justamente lo dices y hablamos de eso, ¿verdad? Hace 2 juegos te anularon el gol, pero ahora ya llevas 2 juegos consecutivos anotando. ¿Qué tanto eso te ayuda, verdad, mentalmente, sabiendo que ya viene el gol y estás en racha?
No, bueno, es súper importante, ¿no? Es para lo que trabajo día a día. Mi deseo es poder ayudar al equipo, como lo dije antes, ¿no? Y mi trabajo es hacer gol. Y gracias a Dios se está abriendo el arco. Voy a intentar seguir por el mismo camino y después, bueno, junto al grupo intentar acomodar los detalles que se nos están escapando para cerrar estos partidos tan importantes.
Y también durante esta temporada has tenido algunas molestias y lesiones. ¿Cómo te sientes tú físicamente?
Gracias a Dios, ahí estoy sintiéndome mucho mejor. Mi salud física está bien, estoy pleno, me estoy sintiendo bien dentro de los partidos, lo estoy terminando bien y nada, estoy entero como para ayudar al equipo hasta el final de temporada.
All right, we'll do another question. Herman.
Ezequiel, buenas noches, felicidades por el gol. 2 preguntitas rapidito. Los ataques del Dynamo esta noche se miraban más rápidos. Por ejemplo, el gol suyo, Lingard le puso el balón de primer toque y lo dejó a usted correr. Yo siento que es diferente. Yo estoy acostumbrado que el Dynamo, usted está de espalda al arco y hoy fueron más peligrosos haciendo esas carreras verticales. ¿Eso fue parte del plan o podemos esperar ese tipo de ataque de aquí en adelante o solo fue
Sí, bueno, es como vos lo decís, es parte del proceso también. No hace mucho que estamos jugando juntos y por ahí hoy nos pudimos combinar con Lin y me buscó en el espacio, lo cual lo venimos hablando hace mucho, ¿no? También con los jugadores por banda hablamos y intentamos imaginar situaciones de partido y bueno, Lin ahí se dio cuenta de que yo estaba mano a mano con el central y me buscó en el espacio y pude aprovechar la oportunidad, ¿no? Pero es eso, es conocerse, es tener química con los compañeros y ahora él ya sabe que puede buscarme en profundidad, podemos venir a jugar, voy a estar dispuesto para hacer las 2 cosas.
La segunda pregunta es, antes del partido de San Luis había una mala racha de partidos. Yo creo que esos 3 puntos fueron fundamentales para la anímica en el grupo. ¿Qué ha cambiado o qué cambió en el entrenamiento esa semana antes de San Luis o qué ha sido diferente? ¿Ha visto una energía diferente o alguien que se ponga al cargo de líder para motivar o ha cambiado algo dentro del grupo para estos últimos 5 o 6 partidos que
bueno, también nos dimos cuenta, ¿no? Hicimos autocrítica nuestra que si no dábamos lo mejor de cada uno de nosotros, los playoffs iban a quedar muy lejos, ¿no? Los entrenamientos se volvieron mucho más competitivos, cada uno quiere jugar y eso ayuda al equipo a estar al nivel que se requiere el fin de semana, ¿no? Creo que en los entrenamientos hicimos un plus y creo que se está notando. Y nada, es el camino, deseamos estar en las instancias finales y creo que tenemos equipo como para llegar.
Y te voy a aprovechar una tercera. En lo personal, ya bastante tiempo en MLS ya estás acoplado. ¿En qué te calificas que has hecho las cosas bien y qué te falta mejorar en autocrítica a usted mismo?
No, bueno, mejorar siempre, siempre. La verdad que esta temporada por ahí no tuve tanta suerte con las mini lesiones que fui teniendo, pero a mí me encanta jugar en Houston. El funcionamiento que tenemos ahí, estos últimos partidos estamos siendo mucho más verticales y es donde yo puedo explayarme y sentirme y buscar los movimientos como para poder ayudar al equipo, ¿no? Y mi autocrítica es, obviamente, siempre es el gol, siempre querer más y ayudar al equipo. Y bueno, eso es lo que me toca seguir trabajando de cara al final de esta temporada.
Gracias, Ezequiel.
De nada.